bad things are
Mm.
happening or whatever. But when you come on the podcast, when I'm talking to my team at work, is you put on a happy face, you put on a smiley face.
This is short circuit as a mum.
She's the reason why in the comics Thanos snapped half the universe away.
It's a great story of trials, tribulations, passion, love for music, and then connecting with the rest of the world.
Where's Batman? It's the only thing I could say is like, where's Batman? Like this motherfucker's around there somewhere, clearly.
Welcome back, guys. It is the Brothers Geekout Podcast. I hope you guys are well. Me and G-Man back on track. We've got loads of stuff to talk about this week. Also, we're going to go through how we doing, real world issues, and we're going to cover a couple of the news that's happening at the moment in the pop culture world. So, G-Man, what's happening, bro? I haven't done an intro in ages.
I know, and I feel like I've somehow taken over the intros for a long time, and I've been butchering them, man. You guys don't know what happened off screen that's deleted, man. Intros are long, man. I can't do them. But yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. A lot of stuff going on. Been busy. A lot of life stuff going on. It's been tough. I've been thinking about like I don't know if life is fake, but you definitely have to. Life is hard when you have, especially when stuff is not going according to plan, bad things are
Mm.
happening or whatever. But when you come on the podcast, when I'm talking to my team at work, is you put on a happy face, you put on a smiley face, and
Yeah. That's a hard
that
part.
part of life was so hard because you don't want to reflect your energy, or you don't want some people to know your business or what you're going through or whatnot, and you're always trying to show a happy face. So yeah, that's what's been going on, man. It's been busy. Been trying to keep up with training. I've been off training properly, like not training properly for a while just because of injuries and busyness. So this week
Yeah.
got back into training and everything. And then yeah, I've been doing some stuff with work, which has been crazy busy, but it's been good because I've been learning to be a leader for a while, managing a team of over like 10 people. And I had to do some training for the team, like learning how to manage a team remotely. And the way I approached it was like this human element of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how the team would have accepted. My leadership were like, yeah, cool, do it how you want to do it. So I really approached it with a human element, with emotions, all that sort of stuff. I was like, I can't, this is not like managing the team remotely is, I don't think it's about processes. All of that shit's in place, but really it's about human emotions because I'm dealing with people remotely and they're all working in
Yeah.
different countries and all this sort of stuff. And then it went really well. It was accepted really well. I was a bit nervous about it, but it was accepted really well. We talk about like sharing my vulnerabilities with the team, sharing about different cultures, language barriers, talking about time zones,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, right? And then it actually resonated really well. And I was just telling them stories and whatnot. And we're reading this book now at work called Learn to Lead by
Mm.
I'll tell you who it's by. But basically, I started like reading the book or listening to the book, should I say? And immediately she starts off by saying she's gonna she starts off by saying, "I'm still nervous to talk in public." And then she talks about her strategy to get through it. And then she starts talking about vulnerability leads to courageous, because everyone's talking about being a courageous leader, but she goes, you can't be courageous without being vulnerable. Like every
Yeah.
and I was like, shit, like that relates to exactly what I'm like going through in my training. I was like, damn, like I figured through my learnings and listening to loads of people, I figured something out which is in the right tracks. Obviously, I got to make it my own, but it's Learn to Lead by Brene Brown. It's actually a decent book in regards to leadership and whatnot.
Okay.
So yeah, a little bit of like I'm glad that I'm on the right track or sort of thing because I'm not good at processes. I'm not good at strategic sort of stuff, but I'm definitely okay at talking and human emotions. I'm trying to understand people and stuff. So that's
No, that's
been
good.
it's
Yeah.
been something at work, man, that I've been trying to battle with. And like I say, you go through ups and downs, and when you're on your downs, you fake it, man. You put on that happy face and you just think nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. And nobody cares. As Sonny said, nobody knows,
Suddenly
nobody
said exactly, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
nobody
It's so
cares.
true. So true. Same thing here, bro. Battling away, man. I've been on the night shifts for coming up to 3 weeks now, and all my days are starting to merge as one now. So yesterday was pretty bad because my mood was just off. Kids are on half term as well. They've not been well as well. So it's like everything kind of came on top, and it's like, oh my God, this is all happening at once. But saying that, as you said, good things happen in the process. We got another booking for Cherish Clits,
Oh
guys.
yes, congrats. Wicked.
Sponsor for podcast Cherish Clits, which is a Magic Mirror booth. And shout outs to Paul, Geek Garage. It's going to be with him. He's got a party happening soon, so he wants a booth there with Loungefly. So
Amazing.
moist. We got that news this morning. But yeah, the night shifts there. We've done night shifts when we were teenagers, bro.
Oh God. Yeah.
So like doing that now in your adult age when you've been in office work for almost like 10, 15 years, you're like, it's actually, bro, you know what? It's easy, but it's the getting home. The like yesterday I was stuck in traffic for like 3 hours, bro. That
At nighttime, that
destroyed me.
late, that late.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like from like 5 till I think it was like 6 till 8, I was in traffic. 2.5 hours
On
in
the way there,
traffic.
you mean?
Right
On
on
the
the way
way.
there, yeah.
Oh, because you're trying to get to East London at peak time,
Yeah,
bro. It's the
yeah, it was
worst.
fucked. It's fucked. Usually it's about an hour, which is fine. The job's all right. It's really good. I actually could say I'm actually enjoying it because it's simple stuff to do. Uh, and it's helping out at the moment, but I've got to persevere and get through that part, and then the rest of it kind of slow down after that. But other than that, as you guys know, we're pushing the Cherish Clicks business as much as we can to get out there. I've figured out we're going to move from Wix. Wix is like their SEOs are rubbish on that website, so we're going to move to GoDaddy, try them out, and get a better website that has a better SEO, so we can come up on Google ratings, Google searches much higher. So I need to start working on that next week. But we've got loads of stuff happening, bro. Like, it's hard to keep up with everything on socials as well. Like we've seen like some good movies. I saw The Wild
Mm.
Robot the other day. Well, something happened. I feel like something else has happened. Loads of things have happened. Uh, so
Yeah, I mean, our channel's been we've been getting great response. I mean,
oh,
thanks guys,
massively
thanks
so.
for the yeah, thanks for the love. I mean, when I mean love, I'm talking about the comments we've been getting, the likes, the views. It's just been picking up a lot, which has been great, considering a year from now or for before we were shadow banned and everything just dropped 70%. And we ain't
Mm.
changed nothing. I mean, yes, we've
No,
changed things, but in regards to what we say and what we do, it's always gonna be the same. We're always gonna say it, I'll say it now, free Palestine, we'll say it. And we
exactly,
got a whole little section that we do just because we do want to acknowledge it and whatnot.
exactly.
But
Of course.
but no, alhamdulillah, I think it's been better, and we're just gonna keep working on it. And we've learned, our movie reviews now. We pick one or two, and we've been more structured. We've been getting great
Yeah, yeah.
response for the Alien. Our first one was Alien Romulus and
Alien Romulus. Yeah,
Beetlejuice that just came out today. Where you guys will watch it today, meaning 3 days ago when you watch this. But they've been getting great response. They structured really well. I really enjoyed it. I like the structure of it. Now we do
no,
get
it's
deep
good.
into it, and I want to just carry on doing that. So guys, like. Guyver, I'm still working on. I didn't realize we spoke for an hour on that. I'm trying to edit it and add
Did
clips and
we?
whatnot. Yeah, we spoke for an hour on that one. So it's actually taking time. So that will come out later. This
Yeah,
week,
yeah, that's
guys,
fine.
we're going to be doing check the page for separate reviews for Venom. We're going to break that down. And Transformers 1, I got a chance to watch that. So we're going to break that down. So I'm looking forward to those two. We will do those. They will come out, say, next week. So guys, look out for those breakdowns and whatnot. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's
definitely.
been it's been fun. Now we've been getting a lot of it. Try and with the YouTube page, I've been trying my best to keep up with news. Make it breaking news. Give you guys that one place that you can go to for like breaking news, all things pop
Yeah,
culture, geeky. Oh, we'll be specific. Marvel, DC, movie stuff, UFC, and stuff like that.
mm.
Obviously, that's a part of the channel too. So I won't post everything that comes out. And also, I'll always wait until I confirm it's true because you see so much rumors and
Yeah,
shit. Sometimes I think I might lose, sometimes not. So, I've got to be careful with that too. But it's been getting great attraction, which has been amazing. So shout outs to everyone who's newly subscribed to the channel. Hopefully you check out the podcast. This is our main attraction of the channel, I guess. Us brothers geeking out about stuff and just catching up really. But yeah, do check out all the other channels and everything. But yeah, man. Well, let's get into it. I know you gotta go play. It's Friday today. We're gonna go play. Let's get into real world issues, and we'll be quick on this. But guys, as usual, check the description. The timestamps always there, so you have the flexibility to go to any part of the channel. And if you
yep,
want to skip this, you can. But we always will speak out for this. We got shadow banned for this, and we're going to speak out for it, right? What's free Palestine, free Sudan, free
yes,
Congo, free Lebanon, free Yemen. There's so many countries, so many people unnecessarily being under oppression and being
mm.
murdered and slaughtered because of certain empires and whatnot, certain evil people. And we're just like this one aspect that we can do, which is speak out about it on our platform. You know, that's one aspect. And we always speak about, you could speak out about it. Is important because they control the media, they control the propaganda. They don't want people to know what's happening. And that's why they control the news for the longest time and the narrative. So that's why it's important for regular people to use their platforms, especially in this internet world, to really speak out about what's happening to these people. Considering if you get demonized or demonetized and all that sort of shit, it's important that they can't control the narrative anymore. And that has changed a lot. The narrative has changed a lot because people are seeing a genocide happening in 4K. You can't deny what you're seeing. Even though they try to, there's video footage and they still try to manipulate the media. Now, the mainstream media is always going to be full of shit and they're not really going to show
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. But there's some things like the recently BBC they exposed Israel's claim for using hospital as human shield as military bases in Lebanon. They were like, "Well, there's nothing here." I'm surprised the BBC done that. And CNN, I think they had someone on who actually called out and said the genocide word, and they let it on. They CNN didn't edit it, so I don't know. They're still controlling the narrative, but things are going through. Listen, some heartbreaking shit happened where I don't know. Israel is literally a rogue state now, man. They've banned and all UNRWA
Help
charity
aid.
stuff
Yeah.
within Israel, which is literally like the lifeline of the Palestinians. I mean, they're literally doing everything they can to commit genocide and kill the Palestinians all off, steal their land. There's a lot of stuff going on with these far right extremists are trying to take over Gaza again, and the world is sitting back. Well, not the world, but the main powers are sitting back and just letting it happen and still keep denying. Oh, I don't think it's a genocide, you know. No matter what, you guys will go down in history as the most evil, disgusting, genocidal criminals of this era. No doubt about it. And that's going to be your history. That's going to be your legacy. You've hijacked the religion of Judaism. So again, free
Mm.
Judaism to the real Jewish brothers.
Exactly. Free Judaism, man.
Yeah, the real Jewish brothers and sisters are fully against this, right? So you Zionists who don't even believe in God, right? The most of them don't even believe in a
Exactly.
religion or God anyway. Bunch of it's not Judaism. You've hijacked that, unfortunately, and we've got to free out that religion for our real Jewish brothers and sisters. It's a colonial project. That basically you want to colonize in this day and age. You want to colonize that land. Simple as that. Europeans want to colonize that land, and you're doing what you can to do it. And the whole world is seeing it. And shout out to like I know France has spoken up for Lebanon. They've
Yeah.
generated a lot of money for them, and you know that's one of their Western allies. Spain and Ireland have always tried to do something. Loki always updates. Check out Loki's Instagram as
Loki's really
well.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing, right? He always updates about certain Palestinian activists. Projects that happen and they're able to shut down certain things. So I don't know the names or whatnot, but he does update you on what like companies and whatnot have shut down, like be it military alignments with Israel or budgets and whatnot. So he gives out, I think Barclays was one of them recently, some
Yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
fraction of them. So guys, check that out, and just keep watching like I say, independent news, all that sort of stuff. But gotta always speak out for them, even if like no matter what, we gotta speak out for them because our heart goes out for those for the Palestinians, people in Lebanon. I mean, you know, everything that's going on there, man. But the world is seeing the truth. The world has seen the truth, and that's what that empire's done. Like they've taken the US down, like not taking them down with them, but they really put the US, Israel really put the US in a negative light. I mean, US could really be the heroes that they say they are and put a
Yeah,
stop to
yeah,
it.
100%,
But
bro. They could have stopped that.
yeah, but they could have been the heroes. It could have been like, look, guys, let us just be the heroes. We'll sort it out. No, they've actually supported it the whole way, and they've taken their reputation down so much. And then you got BRICS. Who wouldn't want to join BRICS, which is like Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa? Like they're making their own currency and want to work. I mean, after you see what that empire is doing, you just brutally just murder everyone. Wouldn't you just be like, listen, BRICS, I think I'm going to join you guys. Like, I'm not saying Russia, Brazil, China are great, but they're not out there butchering and murdering indiscriminately like Israel is.
Exactly, bro.
Israel's
Exactly.
legacy, they think war is just, just drop. But I mean, look, back in the days when we were barbarians, yeah, cool. Like we just shot and killed, sliced and killed anyone and everyone.
Mm.
It's supposed to be, and Israel's supposed to be human. What do you call it? The most moral army. Supposed to be. It's 2024. Supposed to be like the most. We're supposed to be more sophisticated and civilized. Supposed to be. But no, they're the most brutal, like brutal army on the face of the planet right now. So yeah, fuck them. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. No, I mean
Fuck
that's
'em.
all you can say. Like, listen, bro. Like, I've I've tried to like I'm still keeping up with what's happening and trying to be involved as much as I can. I know we're running some of the charities, but Instagram and Facebook have stopped those charities at the moment now. So I need to find out other ways to put in our bio how we can support, help Palestine and Lebanon and Congo and Sudan and everybody else because it's fucked at the moment now. I've tried to step back from it a little bit just due to you know what? And I can be blatant about this. It has affected my mental health. It has affected my mental health. It has affected me on my day-to-day things because all I can think about is what those families and kids are going through at the moment now, which is horrible. And I think as we're older, we're more world aware about what's happening now. And we are seeing it in 4K and it's happening right now. And it's destroyed a part of my mind knowing that we have lost that many people, that many kids in the process as well. There was a footage I think that was it. The footage I saw of the little girl helping her sister who was injured.
Oh,
Boy, man, that
that was
destroyed
this.
me. I was like,
Did
I
you
had to
see the
stop.
side by side with the kid in Japan after they dropped the nuke in Japan? Like, so it was exactly same sort of thing happened. And you still have
Fuck,
people justifying it. That's the world we live in. We still have people justifying it like
fuck
it's
them.
cool. And I'm laughing because I'm laughing at them. I'm smiling at the fact that that's the world that we're in. You have people justifying it, thinking it's cool. Listen, I just listened to Tallahassee Coates, who's the number
Mm,
one like award-winning writer and whatnot. And he was just saying,
yeah.
like, as a human being, I'm a writer. That's my profession. I'm supposed to
Mm,
write what I see. So that's the first thing. But as a human being, how could I not say what is blatantly happening? And this is
mm.
what I mean about people that I respect and I've mentioned Joe Rogan so many times, but he doesn't bring up Palestine once. He just had that whole thing with Donald Trump, and he brought up, stopping World War III and whatnot. He touched on Russia and Ukraine. He said the Middle East. Trump went into Russia. They just ignored Middle East, ignored it, and Rogan didn't bring it up.
No,
And I'm
but
like,
that's
Rogan,
how they do that.
listen, I still listen to Rogan, I still do, right? But I'm telling you now, straight up, he's either 100% Zionist, he's even being paid by them, or he's too scared to what you call it, offend his Zionist friends or
Mm,
whatever. But so 100%, because he never brings up, he keeps bringing up all the money that we're sending to Ukraine. Doesn't talk about the billions that's been going to Israel, never mentions it
yeah,
once.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
talks about how foreign entities and countries influence US and US politics, right? APAC, Israel influenced the shit out of the American politics, right? In fact, they even had Israeli flags behind Trump and what's up. Rogan doesn't even bring it up at all. Rogan's a dude I started listening to because he was talking about the Iraq War and all that sort of stuff, right?
Mm.
Really getting, and now he doesn't say a thing. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, it's blatant that he's either being paid, he's a Zionist, or he's just too scared to speak up. Simple. He doesn't want to offend his Zionist friends.
I think that's the difficult part. Even on the way home on the radio yesterday, I think it was a guy named Tom York who was at an event, who was heckled by some pro-Palestinian uh, hecklers uh, in the crowd while it was going off, and then the radio was like, Tom York is the lead singer of Radiohead. He ended up walking off stage because he was getting heckled because he played in Tel Aviv, bro. He supports the Israeli government with fundraisers and stuff like that. So the pro-Palestinian guys put him off and he walked off stage. People were upset because people paid for it. I could totally understand that from both sides of the story. Uh, but the radio presenter started talking about, Ukrainian war and then said, the Middle East stuff doesn't really matter. That came off a slip of the tongue. I don't think anybody else heard that because he changed the subject straight away. But it's like that's how the narrative is, that war, because it's all Caucasians, is meaning more than what happens to, slightly tan skinned people. So yeah, it's horrible at the moment now. It's affected a lot of people in different ways, bro. Even speaking to like some of my friends that are really devastated by it is hard enough. But then we need to speak up about it, as we said, guys.
It's important.
Educate yourselves, educate others, share on social media, donate as much as you can to help out the cause as well. And have conversations. There's nothing wrong with that. When this war kicked off, I remember how many Zionists were trying to justify to me about kids dying, where I'm like, bro, you're taking your time out to speak to me about justifying about killing kids, about their taught books about Hamas and the rest of it. And I'm like, bro,
Bullshit.
why are you even chatting to me?
Everything that the Zionists put out there, the Zionists do it.
Do it. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Using human shields. The Zionists use human shields. They use Palestinians as human shields. I think that's another one that BBC or someone, BBC, I'm talking about the mainstream, exposed, right?
Mm.
Having military bases in civilian areas, so using human shields. Israel clearly does that as well. They have their military bases all around civilian areas and whatnot. They lie about Hamas and all them like having it in civilian areas. They indiscriminately bomb and kill civilians and all that sort of stuff. Everything Israel say that they are and Hamas do, it's the opposite. Everything, all that propaganda. There's so many videos out there of little kids being taught in Israel to hate the Arabs, that's our land. There's literally videos of fathers reading their kids books, children books that says Lebanon's our land and all this sort of stuff. So everything they say is lies, and that's all the propaganda that they put out there. I've been hearing that shit for the longest time. Oh, the Arabs are taught to hate the Jews. Bullshit. Not Jews, Zionists. Remember,
Yes, exactly.
Zionists. Keep the Jewish
And listen, I know a
out.
lot. Exactly, no, exactly. A lot of people maybe see when they listen to this part of the podcast as hate towards Israel, the Israeli people. We don't, because the people that are pure Jewish, bred and follow Judaism, I ain't got nothing against my brothers and sisters. It is the Zionist.
They're
Fuck the
against the
state,
Zionists,
yeah?
yeah. They're against
Exactly,
it.
fuck the
Make it
state,
clear.
exactly. Fuck the
Yeah.
state. Fuck the state. That's what it is. The state and the people that run that, the powers. Fuck them. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the innocent people that are going through this shit right now. Because now what's going to happen to Israel is nobody's going to go there. They're already losing businesses. We're boycotting as well, guys. So you can imagine their economy is fucked right now. How many people lost their businesses over there because of this shit
There's like
war? How many
60,000
people
businesses, yeah.
fled, people are fleeing from that country, even though they're not purebred. They're fleeing. Bunch of chickens, I've got to say. The Zionist people are bullshit. I remember I was watching one interview with Mehdi Hassan and Pierce, and there was a guy on there, and he was like, "Oh, 60,000 of our people have had to flee the country. They flee because they're a bunch of chicken shit, because they know what you guys are starting, man." Those are the Zionists that are fleeing. The proper is Jewish brothers and sisters that are still there. They don't want this shit to happen because now they know what this happens in their future.
Yeah, and there's loads of
Nobody is running away from this. So now you've done the Holocaust happened, Second World War happened. That was the biggest thing. Now this is shot in 4K. Ain't nobody getting away with this shit at the moment now. And it's like there is no beef between uh, Islam and Jews and Judaism. There's never been beef there. People have created that beef. That's the problem.
Zionists. That's the Zionist
Yeah,
propaganda. They
yeah,
put it out
yeah,
there. They put it out there
exactly.
like there's never a beef.
So
I'm not saying it was always the most peaceful thing ever, but there was never a proper war against and hate each other. Now, the Zionists created that shit. They
yeah,
always have.
exactly.
It's been a part
And
of propaganda for the
they've
longest
changed
time.
that narrative structure over the years. So making people that look like us, make it us look like the bad guy. And it's a shame because Hollywood fed that as well.
It's all
You
part of
know,
Zionist propaganda. Listen, man, like I said, man, it's the Zionist propaganda, it's the Zionist empire that we're in. Like, listen, you have to say, of all the empires in the world, be it Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all that sort of stuff, this is the most powerful empire in the world. Like I said, the US, the Zionist
yeah,
empire, because they control
yeah.
everything. And not just from the media, the news, territory, the weaponry, the armory, the army, the military base, how much they spend on all military stuff.
Mm,
Talking about food, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, talking about social media stuff that they control, they own. They literally have. This is the biggest empire of the world. Like it's the biggest empire of history, I would say, because they literally control the whole world. Now you got certain countries. Every country that wants to break away from that empire doesn't want to be controlled by the empire. Be it Cuba, Russia, China, Iran. Oh, South Africa. Oh, they're terrorists. They're terrorists. Yeah, they're bad people. That the whole news goes out. Same with South Africa. Nelson Mandela was a terrorist on their list until 2018 or something. Right? Why? Because he was like, I'm against occupation. I want South Africa
Mm.
to be free. Black people shouldn't be under occupation in South Africa, our country. Ah, he's a terrorist. Put him down. Western people, everyone, please put him down as terrorist. And then what happens after? Oh, he's a hero. He was a freedom fighter. Listen, man. If you can't see the difference, then you're obviously you like what's happening. You support the colonialism. You support
Mm.
genocide. You support stealing land. And if you support that, then that's you. That is cool. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But if you
Exactly.
don't support that, then you clearly see what the fuck's going on, and you clearly be against it. I mean, look, there's so many innocent civilians in Israel who are actually protesting against the government. That protest is going
Yes,
on
that's
there.
right.
So again, you're fucking them up. And countries have put sanctions on Israel. I think it's gonna get. I hope it's gonna get worse, and more of the countries in the world get brave and put more sanctions on Israel and lose diplomatic ties, lose business ties. So they just completely crash. They completely crash. That government will have to be completely gone, and it has to work out for the Palestinians, be it a two-state solution or one-state solution under a proper government, and democracy or whatever, a proper democracy, no bullshit, genocidal, crazy people that they got now. But the
Yeah.
world is seeing it. Things has calmed down. When I say calm down, like I see social media and certain people like it's off their radar, not as much as before. But that's
Mm.
their agenda. They want people to kind of just forget about it. But we won't. We won't
No,
until
no, we know. We
forget
will.
about it.
We will. Definitely. So as we said, we'll always keep sharing. We'll always keep letting you guys know what's happening. We are not gonna let this one go down. We won't let this go down at all.
All right, man. Well, look. Other than that, I mean, the US elections is happening next week, which is hilarious because it's kind of like I was talking to a friend yesterday. Like I never used to get into politics. I don't know nothing about
No,
politics. I
we
hardly
didn't.
even vote in the UK because I don't even live there anymore. But it's crazy how the US election is such a big thing. But it is because at the end of the day, it is the biggest superpower and it does control so much.
Mm.
And Trump, the one thing that he has done that I say to everyone, he's definitely made politics fucking entertaining in the sense like a Netflix show because it's just like a big comedy camp. And you're just like,
He
what's
is,
he
he
gonna
is.
say next? And there's this whole controversy going on now about the New York rally that they had and all this sort of racism stuff that was happening. I mean, that fucking scumbag, I think it's mayor, the ex-mayor of New York, or the mayor now, Mayor Giuliani, or so. I think it was him, fucking scumbag, trying to say that he literally said it there in front of everyone that Palestinians at the tour at the age of 2 to kill Americans. I mean, that's what he said. I'm at a Trump rally. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And people who sit back and listen to it and think, oh, he's right. I believe him. There's something wrong with that statement in itself. It's fucking crazy. And again, that's
No, no, no.
exactly what happens in Israel. Those Zionists are teaching young kids to kill Arabs and steal their land and whatnot. But in that rally, that's what the man's saying and whatnot. I mean, Tony Hinchcliffe was up there making jokes, but the thing is, he's a comedian, and I've listened to his stand-up. He's absolutely hilarious, right? And he roasts the shit out of people. I just think it's just the wrong platform to do that because it's kind of like you're at a
Yeah.
platform. When he done it at the Sean Brady roast, it was freaking hilarious. And when he does it on his comedy shows and whatnot, he's hilarious. When you do it at this, it just doesn't look right. So that's why he's getting a lot of shit. But really, he's just a comedian doing his job, which is
Yeah, he got
roasting.
paid for that. He got paid thousands for that. So he
Yeah, but
had
that's his.
to show
But
his face.
if you see his comedy, bro, he roasts the shit out of everyone. That's his
Yeah.
literally his comedy. Like he cusses all race, religions, everything. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. He's getting a lot of shit, but that's because of the platform that he was on. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right one, I think. But
Yeah, that's when you lose.
I like Hinchcliffe. I think he's funny, Tony Hinchcliffe. He's actually funny. It's just, but listen, Trump's just a weird one to figure out to put that because he's already got so much shit against him about being racist and all that sort of stuff. And then he just encourages it more. He lets this Giuliani prick say that stuff. Well, he knows
But
what
it
he,
works, bro. It works because listen, majority of people are racist. It's still in them. No matter what, it's still in them because that's systematically taught. So regardless of, you know, what background you're from, and listen, man, I've got, 5 black friends and 4 Muslim friends. When you start counting how many brothers and sisters that are in different colors as your friends, dude, you're racist. That's how I see it. You're racist. If you don't see that person as, and that's coming both sides of the spectrum. Oh, I got 5 white friends. That's
yeah,
racist.
that's racist.
You
Yeah,
know, I've
exactly.
still got that one black friend, that's racist. If I don't see that person as one. I don't see him as a color, religion, creed, whatever. I'm seeing him as a member. Like, we've got so many close friends in our circle from different parts of the world. We have never, we have never seen each other in any different light. We laugh the same. We have fun the same way. We there's a bond there. There's not I've got the That's racist. And that's
Mm.
instilled in a lot of us. And I hear people embarrass themselves on radio saying, yeah, I'm not racist, but I have two black friends. I'm not.
Yeah, it's
You're
embarrassing.
racist, man.
You
Sorry.
know, the thing is
But
with
that's
this
what I'm saying.
race.
This is how it works, bro. It's a narrative structure that's always worked. It's going to work with them. And listen, politics now is a comedy show. Yeah. It's not
100%.
it's a comedy show. It's not
100%. I mean, this racism stuff, if you don't want people to talk about it, right? Because there are some silly stuff, but I was watching this Matt Welsh and he's a Zionist prick as well. But however, he done this recent like biopic documentary type thing about racism in America. And it was
Yeah,
hilarious, some of the stuff that he was talking to some of these they're basically white people who were trying to get the racism out of him. And some of that stuff is silly, and I have to admit, is dumb. But to say that the world is not racist is also stupid because it does exist. It does exist.
exactly.
For more angles, it does exist. But when you got this Giuliani prick going on there saying Palestinians cheat their kids at the age of 2 to kill, and you let that happen and you don't question that, then don't talk about people shouldn't talk about racism. If you don't question that and say what he said was fucking disgusting, I don't know why he would say that. We don't all think like that. Then that means that you can't say that there isn't racism because he's clearly saying it on the one of the biggest stage at a Trump rally and whatnot.
Exactly.
So, but the general person, bro, the general person in the countryside and whatever, they're like, I don't know. You city people are weird, man. I just live with my white brothers and sisters, my black brothers and sisters, and we just live together. We do business and we're good. But
Exactly.
city people are too involved in the systematic racism and all that sort of stuff. So in the city and in the businesses. It exists, but if you're going to let your politicians and people do that and say that, then you can't argue the case to say it doesn't exist because you're letting it happen. So
You're
it's all
letting it happen. No, it's a comedy show, bro. It's like all the movies in the 80s and 90s predicted what would happen in the future. Politics will become a super joke. And it's so weird, bro, because we see it in the movies that we grew up with in the 80s and 90s on how politics will be, yeah? It is as simple it's entertainment, it's jokes. I've always said it. Those people in power are puppets. They are puppets, and we've been proven that as well. But since APAC has taken over and they own 80% of the people in power, it's a joke. It's a comedy show. This is reality TV at its best. And people maybe say I smoke too much weed. No, I stopped weed a long time ago. Yeah.
but
Well,
you can't.
everything that we spoke about in conspiracy theories are all coming true now, bro. I'm not blaming it on
Listen,
weed, but
listen.
yeah,
That was again a part of propaganda. They'll put it out there. They'll say it's conspiracy theories because you couldn't fact check it. Back then, we didn't have the internet, or
exactly.
internet was very small. Now you could just Google it straight away. You could chat GPT it. You can. It's all over social media. You can't hide it anymore. It's not conspiracy theories. They said that because that was part of the propaganda that they're pushing out there. It's all real. It's all real. But guys, let's move on. But as always, guys, we're gonna speak about, give our thoughts, get emotional about it. Who gives a f. But free
Free Palestine.
Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free Lebanon, free Yemen, all the people out there struggling. Our prayers go out to you guys. Remember to donate whatever you can. Remember to speak up whatever you can, and
Mm,
remember to boycott the shit out of all those shitty companies as much as you can. But
exactly.
let's move on, man. We got a lot
Yeah,
of
let's
things
do
to
this, man.
cover. We got a lot of things to cover today. Definitely want to get your thoughts on everything before we get out. So, well, guys, we're gonna quickly go through some movies that we watch and give you just our quick thoughts on some of these movies, not an in-depth review. So do check the channel for the separate in-depth review for what we're gonna do for separate movies. But we're gonna give you thoughts on movies and shows that we watched this week. So the first one, which was a very beautiful animation, The Wild Robot. And I want to say an unexpected, amazing animation. And animations have this special ability of telling a beautiful story without humans or whatnot. And it just really freaking grabs you from a human emotional perspective. But this was an amazing movie. Basically, I'll give you just a quick background. After a shipwreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded on an uninhabited island to survive the harsh environment. Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares with an orphan baby goose. So the director is Chris Sanders, the writer is
Hmm.
Chris Sanders and Peter Brown, starring Lupita Nyong, Pedro Pascal, and Kit Connor. But what a beautiful story! I know you done a little Instagram review on it. How did that make you feel? How did this movie definitely
It
touch
was,
you? Mark Hamill was in it as well. Bloody hell, loads of people.
yeah.
Vin Rhymes. Bro, damn, loads of people were in this, man. Vin
Yeah,
Rhymes.
that bro, the cast is amazing. That's why I shouted out the cast. Because I looked at the cast, I was like, Ving Rhames, because I heard the little hawk in between the movie, and I was like, that's Ving Rhames. Let me check the casting list. So I watched it with my daughters the other day, bro. I was losing. There are some moments in there because as a parent, you're gonna connect to that. You this is supposed to, because basically this is short circuit as a mum,
Mhm.
yeah, because she got struck by lightning and it changed her. It made her sentient. She even removed her, well, spoilers, guys, removed the power that powered her, the heart, and kept it going with something else. So she became sentient in that moment. So she gets struck by lightning because she sends off a beacon to try and get off the island because she doesn't want to be there. Well, not she wasn't meant to be there, so she wants to be recalled back to the factory. But bro, I mean, the movie was beautiful, bro. Like such a touching story about taking on responsibility and then instilling goodness and letting go. And like I haven't got to that part in my life yet. And I know I will. I've still got 20 years on me before that happens. But the animation, bro, I told you, man, animation is bold. You can tell stories so nicely with that as well. So I think is it Peter Brown who wrote this originally? Because it's based off a
Peter
book.
Brown. Yeah, Peter
Yeah,
Brown,
Peter
I believe
Brown.
so. Let me click on something.
Peter Brown. I think I put Chris Brown in my review. I probably said that wrong,
Writer.
so apologies.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, the
it's a good
book.
structure. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
wow.
Beautiful story, beautiful animation. Pedro Pascal is this kind of fiendish fox, which is quite funny. Uh, and the Gosling, played by Kit, is again heartwarming as well. Like again, he's trying to fit in. He's been raised by this robot. People are not letting him in. He's smaller than all the other birds as well, but with determination, he absolutely smashed it. Stuck out like a sore thumb, but like it's like that universal story of parenting, bro, and a kid growing up trying to understand from both sides of the spectrum of what they're going through and what we're going through and trying to help out. Uh, One of my favorite animations in a long time, that's that good level, good movie, very heartwarming, heart-wrenching, great soundtrack, great soundtrack. Uh, and I was bawling, bro. Like
Yeah.
I was like, there was one point I was like, oh my God, you're gonna destroy me. What you doing? And then Laura kept on looking at me, and I was like, why don't look at me, don't look at me. I'm losing, I'm losing. And she's like, why are you crying for, Dad? And I was like, that's just you won't understand until you get older and become a parent yourself. And she was like asking all those questions. I was like, it's too early now. You just enjoy the cartoon, enjoy the cartoon. It's like these subtle movies that, yes, they're kids' movies. We could sit through it for like an hour and a half, the kids would be enjoying it. Even Nia was like, oh, like in aura because when they were flying, she's like pointing because we got a lot of seagulls here and we feed the birds here.
Mm. That's
And
beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, it was good. It was
Animations,
really good.
yeah,
Yeah,
animations have such a great way of telling story because it's not just in the storytelling, it's in the characters and the animation itself, the visuals,
yeah,
and everything, which is beautiful. I love the element of nature, like the robot
mm,
kind of experiencing nature taking its place. But then when
yeah,
nature had to work together, that the robot was kind of like the beacon to bring the nature together to kind of protect each
yeah,
other, protect themselves
exactly.
from the outside elements that were coming in. So it was a very beautiful story, and just the robot, literally like you said, just kind of raising the little goose
Yeah,
to to like our parents try to do to us. They raise us, they educate us, they want us to get good at jobs, they want us to get married and have kids, and then they're like, "You're good to go. Our mission's complete." And that was
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like the
exactly.
robot sort of thing with the goose, to swim, to fly. What was it? To swim, to fly, and something else. But it was just a beautiful story, man. Great, great movie, The
The
Wild Robot.
migrate, the migrate, the migrate,
Migrate,
making sure
yes.
yeah.
Great, beautiful story. Great story of AI doing a beautiful thing instead of killing everyone like the T-1000 and whatnot. So recommend it.
But
Recommend it so
but
much.
remember, it's sentient, bro. It got struck by lightning. Something beautiful happened to that robot. And I think that was the main part of the story, that it wasn't just a robot, that something sentient happened to it, that it ended up having a soul.
That's it. Well, it could be a
It had a
religious
soul.
aspect if
It
you want to look
started
at it from
thinking,
that
it
perspective.
wrote
Yeah.
its own. Yeah, so it's deep, bro. It's such I can't wait to watch it again, because there are some points, because of the high emotions as a parent, I it got me, and I was like, oh, I missed out some of it. So I'll watch it again, definitely.
All right, cool. Well, maybe we could do a full review on this one. Let's talk offline and see which one what
Yeah.
works out. Cool, nice. All right, awesome. Well, the other thing I watched was oh, this was awesome. Brothers that came out on Amazon Prime. Great comedy, man. Director Max Babaco. Writers was Ethan Cohan and Malcolm Blair, starring Josh Brolin, Peter Dinklage, and Taylor Page. It had also, who else did it have in it?
Brendan
Um,
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, who was awesome. Fun, bro. Did you watch it? It was absolutely hilarious. This movie had me giggling from the beginning to the end. Josh Brolin is actually awesome as a comedian, or in a comedy movie. The vulnerable brother that he played was just awesome. Such a funny movie. Brendan Fraser was just wicked. I love, but there's something about him. He's just got this charm about him when he's in his movies and doing his thing. He's just awesome to watch.
Good to have
And
him back. I
even
haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
it's so funny from beginning to
Yeah.
end. So it's like, seriously, it's like laugh out loud comedy.
Yeah.
So definitely one to check out. If you want to see a Friday night comedy, definitely one. This is one to watch. So yeah, check that one out, Brothers, Amazon Prime. The other thing I watched was Speak No Evil. This was decent. With James, what's his name? James McAvoy. So a family is
Yeah.
invited to spend a whole weekend in a lonely home in the countryside, but as the weekend progresses, they realize a dark side lies within the family who invited them. So directors James Watkins, writers is James Watkins, Christopher Tudrup, and Muds Toughdrop. I can't say these names,
Uh-uh.
forgive me. But
Uh-uh.
yeah, starring James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis, Scott McNary. Well, this was a great. I mean, McAvoy is actually I mean, we've said this before. He's like a great actor or whatnot. But this movie, I don't know if you've seen it, man. But fuck, the darkness of some people is just crazy, bro. Obviously, there's some. It always like these movies these days. They always touch on some sort of childhood trauma that the individuals
Mhm.
go through, which lead them to be these psychos that they turn out to be. But man, I was telling my wife while watching this movie, man, if we were on vacation, and spoiler alert, I'm kind of spoiler, I don't know if you've seen it, but if I was on vacation and a couple was just getting so friendly, which is nice, you have that conversation and whatnot. But the moment they like, oh yeah, you should come and visit us in our house and whatnot, I'm like, chill out, man. I just got to know you, man. We'll meet in public places before we come to your house in the woods, by yourselves and whatnot in the countryside. It's allow that, man. That's a bit too friendly. Ultimately, man, what they end up doing, man, this couple, they end up like they've had issues themselves trying to get kids, have a daughter. I think like they had a
Yeah.
daughter that passed away and whatnot. But they just they kill, they rob them of their money and everything, and they steal their child and raise their child. And then they move on to the next family, and then they kill everyone, the child. They move on to the next family, take that child. It's just a psychotic film, but it just makes you like, just crazy. It
Bloody hell, that sounds horrible, bro.
just be wary, man, of who you're trying to become best friends with, man. Great movie though.
Nah, I'm
It's
alright, man.
creepy ass movie. James McAvoy is just
James
awesome.
McAvoy's good though, isn't he?
He's really
I heard
good.
this is
Yeah.
like really good.
Oh, he's
That
awesome.
he's got range, bro. That guy. I got
Yeah.
enough love for it. Every time he does a movie, I know that he's gonna absolutely smash it. So that's another movie I need to put on my list to watch as well.
I would say so. Trust this man. You trust people, man, before you go to their house and shit, man. Damn it. Plus, when you go to the house and you see how creepy it is, it's like, trust me, the whole movie from the beginning just tells you, shit, no, don't go there. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones, when you're just waiting for shit to go down, basically. And you're kind of you're kind of like screaming at the screen, like, just
Yeah,
fucking leave, just leave. Like, stop that. Like, all these things happen, you're screaming at the screen and the characters. It's one of those movies, so it does give you a reaction, which is great, but it's creepy. Um, the other movie I watched, I went a bit old school after I watched. I watched Unleashed with Jet Li. Um,
yes,
but Jet Li, if you haven't seen Unleashed, 2005, right, with Jet Li, Bob Hoskins, Morgan Freeman, great freaking
yes,
cast,
that's right.
first of all. Man, Jet Li, I would say when he came into Hollywood, like this is one of his first movies, he showed straight away that he wasn't just a martial arts action star. Because as a martial artist, he's a master. He's mastered so many Chinese martial art forms. It's amazing. But as an
Yeah,
actor, man, he really expresses his acting in this movie. And I'm talking about when you see how vulnerable he is, because he's basically, the other name of this movie was Danny the dog, right? It's basically the description of this movie, like a man enslaved by a mob since childhood and raised to behave like a human attack dog, escapes his
Yeah.
captors and attempts to start a new life. When he shows the vulnerability of him being a dog, bro, like it's heartbreaking, man. And when he starts getting his memory back about his mother and all that sort of stuff. Jet Li, man, he's one of those guys that does, when I say great acting, I'm talking about facial expressions, the eyes. You can see the emotions in his eyes, as well as when he becomes a savage and he fucks you up. You're like, this dude. I mean, the choreography, I think the martial arts was Whooping Woo or Whooping
Yeah.
Ju, I forgot his name. But the famous choreographer who done a lot of his movies and stuff. Um, Absolutely amazing. Bob Hoskins cracks me up. That English gangsters always make me laugh, man. It's almost that what's that guy's name? What's the director? Not Danny
Guy
Glover.
Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. The way when he does the English gangster movies, like there's something about English gangsters which are just so cool, but also so funny. Because Bob
Yeah, yeah.
Hoskins smashes it in this, man. Guys, if you haven't seen this movie, it's absolutely awesome. I seriously, it's a really great movie, great acting, and just a great little like action storyline and whatnot. So Unleashed, check that one out.
Definitely. Great movie, guys. I actually really liked. I think I actually saw a film. I'll tell you after. Jet Li's got range, bro. Jet Li has comedy. He has good acting range, and again, martial arts skills are unreal.
Unreal, yeah. One of the best, Jet Li, man. I went even further back, man. I done a little retro movie as well, actually. I went and watched Renaissance Man, 1994, with
Wow, Dan
Danny
DeVito,
DeVito. Yeah, it's got bare people in it, actually, man. Danny DeVito, Gregory Hines,
Colujo,
yeah, Colugio
Damon
from
Wayans,
yes, yeah, loads of people in this movie, man. It's even got Mark
Mark
Wahlberg's in
Wahlberg.
it. Mark Wahlberg's in
Yeah.
this movie. Great movie, man. I mean, just the story about a man who's having his own kid, having his own issues in life, trying to keep a job, trying to be disciplined with his job, trying to keep a relationship with his daughter, trying to like in the beginning, not really seeing his daughter's vision and almost 100% not supporting her vision of being an astrologist or whatnot, to go into this school, a military school, to teach these kids English, right? That was a job that he got a job and whatnot. But then to really understand that what these kids are going through and like them as individuals and why they joined the military, which wasn't really there, like, I want to join the military to fight for my country. They all had their own reasons of what they've gone through and whatnot. To
Mm.
ultimately come out to teach them like Shakespeare, for them to get some interest in Shakespeare, have that relationship with them, and then just kind of like, identify with each and every one of them, like their past and their background, and be able to help them in ultimately being a better soldier in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like the way you end up doing it, like they ultimately became better soldiers while they were kind of like touching on I guess, their feelings and Shakespeare and all that sort of stuff. Danny DeVito is awesome in this as well because he's got great comedic timing in this movie. He's just funny, funny
It's a
dude.
great movie. That is, it's actually, I gotta say, like, it's weird. Like, that's one of those movies I kind of watch once every like 2 years or 3 years, and it will pop up and it will remind me on how good it was, how good it is, uh, and what Danny DeVito brought to the screen on there, and all the supporting cast members on that movie as well. It's one of those feel-good movies. It is a feel-good movie. It is, uh, it's a movie. We don't have movies like that no more. You know, a feel good movie, which we got in like the animation form with like Transformers One and uh the Wild Robot, but we don't haven't had like you get them every day because this movie is one of those everyday movies that pop up, uh, and you don't have anything hard hitting like that because I feel like it has a really nice touching story to it. But no, definitely a good one, bro.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen Renaissance Man, guys, go back and check that one out. It's just definitely a fun, nice movie to watch. All right, moving on to TV shows that I've watched, and then I'll hand it over to you. I finished off Agatha All Along. I know you haven't even started it, and I wouldn't recommend it. I just watched it because I just put it on the background. As I said, guys, it's not for me. I'm not the target audience, but I did watch it just because I'm invested in the MCU. It looks like at the end of the day, they are just trying to set up the Young Avengers. So, this was mostly about Wanda's child, Wiccan, right? She's got two, right? Speed and Wiccan, right? Wanda Maximoff's
Yeah.
just kids. And Wiccan is the one that was in this, who's got more sorcery sort of powers and everything. They explain how her kids survived because she created them out of her reality, right? This is how powerful she is. She explains how this kid survives.
Mm.
With Agatha and all the witch stuff, I'm not into any of that stuff, to be honest with you. So they showed the last two episodes. I would say the episodes got a little bit interesting because of that. They introduced Lady Death, which I was explaining to my missus. Like she's the reason why in the comics Thanos snapped half the world universe away. Thanos was in love with her, so they changed that about. I believe that's the Lady Death they put in this, so she's in it. But the witch stuff and all that, I don't. None of it resonated with me. All I'm gonna take for this is when I see Wiccan in the future, Young Avengers movie, which I'm not looking forward to, but it's gonna come out. I'm gonna watch
Mm.
it. I'm only gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember where he came from. Yeah, got it. That's all. It's the only
Okay.
reason why I watched it. But it's not for me. So I watched that. The other show I watched was obviously the best show and the best thing on TV right now, which is Penguin, episode 7 or 8, I think it is.
I haven't seen it.
Again, I
I've got
mean,
6 and 7 to watch.
there's nothing more. There's nothing to say about it but just excellence, man. Excellence.
Mm.
I can't praise it enough. I don't even know what to say, and it's hard to review it after it's like so many episodes and episode by episode because it's just obviously one continuous story. But
Yeah.
man, I'll tell you something, man. What's his name? Who's the director? What's his name again? Well, the director, the creators, who directed this movie? What's his name, bro?
What, the Matt Reeves Batman?
Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is like one of
Yeah.
the best things that happened to the DC Batman universe. I
Hmm.
can't express to you how good this show is, how they've distributed great screen time and character building for each character, how Colin Farrell should just get all the awards in the world because what he's done with Penguin has made me a fucking Penguin fan. I just, that's how like you smashed it. And the way the show is just showing, it's just showing his rise. It's showing, like I said, the underworld of Gotham, the gangster side of Gotham, not just the Batman and the villain side. We're talking about the real gangster side of Gotham, how lethal and strategic Penguin can be. I mean, that kid, his little apprentice, who's played by Renzi Feliz, is awesome, bro. He's really freaking
He
good.
plays Victor, right?
Victor, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's really good, man. Everyone's good in this. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
Sophia
yeah.
Falcone's character, Christine Milotti, she's freaking awesome. I
She's cool.
mean, there's no
She
one.
got that character flip. I love that. She
Yeah.
just flips. Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
There's
sorry.
no one. I'm sorry, but I can't think of anything negative about the show except where's Batman. The only thing I could say is like where's Batman? Like this motherfucker's around there somewhere clearly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where he is, why he hasn't been mentioned, that's my only criticism. But it's not enough for me to say, oh, the show's not great. The show is like fantastic. My only criticism is like Batman was clearly just there. Where is he now? Like, not even a
Yeah.
speck of him. Not even the bat signal in the. Did he even have the bat signal in the movie? I can't remember now.
Yeah,
But
they did. They
nothing.
did.
They did. So not even the bat signal out there. There's all this criminal underworld stuff going on. Maybe he makes an appearance at the finale. That might be great. But that's my
The
only criticism.
finale, yeah? The finale.
Finale, yeah. Best show on TV right now. Guys, the
No,
other
really good.
show I finished off, I'll finish off with is I started watching Dragon Ball Daima, which is a new Dragon Ball
What's that
season that
like?
came out. I like it so far. It's straight after the Buu saga. So basically, what happened
Okay.
with Dragon Ball, man, I was a fanatic up to Buu saga, and
Mm.
then they went into Dragon Ball GT, and I just kind of lost interest. Animation was different, things were different. I think in general, it just lost interest. Now they brought this one back, trying to bring it back like straight after Buu. What happened
Yeah.
with that saga, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's interesting. It's bringing back all the characters that we know and love, obviously, and we'll see. But it's just a fun watch for me to watch. And if you're a Dragon Ball fan, I would recommend. I think Dragon Ball fans are on it anyway, so there's no point in recommending. But I think it's like the number 1 or 2 show in on Netflix right now. So I think Dragon
All
Ball
right.
fans are
Cool.
definitely taken to it, which is great.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Cool. The only other thing was in regards to trailers, and we're gonna go to MCU news because there's great stuff that's happening there. But trailers, Ki Hu One, he came out. He's got a movie coming out called Love Hurt. So it's sort of in
Yeah.
2025, which is coming out next year. So the trailer to that looks fun, looks awesome. He's a great martial artist. I have no idea. I know
He
he was doing a
always has
lot.
been. Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of choreographing and whatnot, but he's actually really freaking good, man. So
I'm
I'm
looking forward
looking,
to that.
yeah, I'm looking forward to
It's
that,
his
man.
first solo movie, bro.
That's crazy.
My guy's like in his 50s. One is Oscar, Best Supporting Actor. He's always been a sideline character. Now he gets his own main role. About time, bro. Even in Loki, he was the best thing about Loki season two. The guy brings this charisma to the screen. Uh, I recently, actually, you know what? I've got to say, I've got to give a shout out to Disney Plus. They gave me an early screening for John Williams, The Maestro, which is documentary based on John Williams' life. And Ki Hu Kwan was on there as well, and he was like, I've got a theme from the master of soundtracks, from Indiana Jones, and like he was like, this is like, if there's anything in my lifetime that I've achieved was to have a soundtrack for me made by the John Williams. Guys, it's out on Disney Plus at the moment. John Williams' life story. It is an amazing watch. If you guys enjoyed Back to the Future's, sorry, Michael J. Fox still, and you enjoyed Christopher Reeve's story, then you're gonna absolutely love this because it was so good. And it's like those soundtracks are embedded in us. Sorry, I sidetracked there, but I forgot Disney gave us an early screening early this week. So I ended up watching that. So shout out to Disney for that. It's out now, guys. Make sure you double check it. I've popped up my review already. I'm gonna put some more posts up in a bit. But yeah, sorry, continue with what you were saying.
Yeah, no, well, Love Hurts comes out February 7th,
Awesome.
2025. So, check it out. It's got he's Sean Austin is in it, one of his
Yeah,
co-stars and
yeah,
boys
I
from
see that.
Goonies
Yeah.
and whatnot. So it's great that he's kind of making that connection back. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But hey, listen, I'm a fan of him. So when I saw the
Mm.
trailer, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'll definitely check it out. So as a fan, I'm in. Cool, man. Well, look, before we get into news, MCU news, what else have you seen and you want to go for? You just spoke about the John Williams.
So that's out at the moment now, guys. So that's on Disney Plus at the moment now. Great, great, great story. I mean, what he went through in his lifetime, I didn't even know. He lost, like, so basically he got married, like he had three kids, married in his 30s, I think, and then his wife was an actress. She passed away in her 40s, so he was left with three kids and continued to do this. He started off as a musician that played on the piano. Uh, and then went into doing like jingles and then soundtracks for movies and then you know absolutely delighting us with some of the best music in the world after Star Wars and then going on to Superman and then going on to uh E.T. man, like when you see him play the music on the piano to seeing him play it live as an orchestra, like eventually his end game was to become a composer and do live events with orchestras, and he writes his music, bro. You know, he praises people that use technology and are in the digital world. He writes his music, he plays it on the piano. His process is longer, but boy, does it have feeling to it, man. Like, and there's not many people like that around no more. And to this day, him and Steven Spielberg still work together. You know what I mean? Uh, it's a great story of trials, tribulations, passion, love for music, and then connecting with the rest of the world. Because what he's done there now is connected us to a on a different level. Because we hear one of his soundtracks, we know that's John Williams. His name is actually Johnny Williams. They made it John because he's becoming a composer now. So I think it was in the late 70s or early 80s they got to change the name on that. But very good documentary. Great to see you had directors like Steven Spielberg, Ron Howard, other people. Alan Silvestri was on there as well. Other composers that felt that his work is going to be competition, but everybody brings something different, like to the soundtrack industry. But what John Williams has done, and taking on to what Hans Zimmer has done, is a massive inspiration from what John Williams has done. And he's a mixture of both traditional and digital music making. So great one. That one's really good to watch. I did say we watched the Wild Robot. What else? I've been watching House. I never watched House. And I'm
What's
starting
House?
to get into that.
What is
House
that?
is like it's with Huey Louie. It's based on a hospital. It's like a hospital drama, bro. I'm stuck on it. It's I'm finding it interesting. It's suppose it's time fillers for me at the moment. It's weird because I'm moving away from whatever. Like I should have actually. I had the time to watch Agatha, but I chose that instead. But I did watch a movie the other day, and I praise it because It was the first time we saw these two great legends together. It was Forbidden Kingdom. For me, it's like the never-ending story of a martial arts kid's journey. And watching it again, like, bro, the soundtrack is sick. The comedic timing between Jet Li and Jackie Chan was brilliant, and I loved the fantasy story of this kid trying to uh, build courage and move forward in something that he loves, and goes on this little journey in his mind to become the person he wants to become. Uh, Very good, man.
Um,
And Jackie Chan's
can
awesome,
we
bro. Jackie Chan.
can we do a proper review on this movie? Because I want to watch it again. And let's do a proper review on this because
Let's
out
do
of
it. Let's
respect
do
for
it.
Jackie
Because
Chan and Jet Li, I mean, the first movie that these two legends got together, I feel like we should do a proper review on
no,
it.
we do, and the film doesn't get that much love. I think people
Mm.
really slate it for the little minor little details. But listen, man, this had some classic trends to it, bro. And this is almost like a love letter to uh, Hong Kong cinema. I think that's for me. That's what I'm seeing anyway. But yeah, that's me, bro. Let's jump onto the news, bro.
All right, I'm just gonna write that down real quick. Forbidden. Oh no, I can't spell it. What's it called again?
The
Forbidden.
Forbidden Kingdom.
Forbidden Kingdom. Kingdom. All right, I'm gonna look in the future. We'll do it in the future, not anytime soon, but I'm gonna watch it again and we'll do that. All right, well, guys, let's move on to news. There's been a lot of shit that's been going on.
Hmm.
We'll start off with the MCU stuff because there's been a lot of updates for the MCU stuff. So first of all, Marvel Studios' Blade has been removed from the 2025 schedule. Disney has removed it. There's been loads of issues with Blade. I don't know exactly what happened, but they did replace it. We'll get into more later with Predator Badlands instead. But
Hmm.
that movie, unfortunately, and as Wesley Snipes' Blade, the original Blade, said in Deadpool Wolverine, there's only one Blade. And there always will be one. I guess I think he said something like that. I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
paraphrasing.
yeah.
But at this moment, he's right because I don't know what's happening with this movie. There's lots of rumors going around that, Marvel is basically trying to finish off this multiverse saga that they're doing, right? It
Hmm.
obviously hasn't been as successful they wanted it, right? So they want to finish that off. They're pushing a lot of their movies after multiverse saga. So Blade will come out and all the other projects will come out then. And also I heard rumors that they're trying to fast forward Midnight Suns. Now I got this thing like maybe after I don't know, might be a great idea, but maybe after the success of you know Deadpool Wolverine and bringing Blade back and whatnot, why not bring Wesley Snipes back for Midnight was it what I call it? I've gone blank.
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns. Why not bring the Wesley Snipes back for the Midnight Suns? I mean, that'd be awesome. And you got listen, man. What they just done with Deadpool and Wolverine, bringing back those characters, you could clearly create a different multiverse story. And in the multiverse universe that you're doing now, and
Hmm.
Midnight Suns, bring back this Blade, bring back one of the old Punishers, bring back Ghost Rider for Nicolas Cage. Like that, bro. That would be sick. So if that's a rumor, I like that rumor. And why not, man? Because there's a lot of things going on about trying to get Wesley Snipes back as Blade. I still think Mahershala Ali will be amazing as
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah, yeah. Of
I
course,
say,
without
you
a
know
doubt.
what? Why not utilize Snipes a bit more with a Midnight Suns movie or something? That'd be sick.
That'd be
That'd be sick.
sick, bro. That'd be
So,
super sick. Super sick. Yeah.
unfortunately, we don't get Blade next year, but with the new Blade, but hopefully we get more of him.
That's all right.
Other amazing fun news though, Tom Holland, he was on Jimmy Fallon show, Fallon, whatever his name show, and he
Fallon,
confirmed,
Fallon.
Falush, he confirmed that they are making Spider-Man 4 and shooting
Awesome.
starts next summer, which is awesome, and it's scheduled to
Nice.
release in July 2026. So I think it's supposed to be following after Avengers Doomsday. That's the plan. So whatever they're gonna do with this movie, apparently they're gonna, it's gonna be after Avengers Doomsday. So,
Okay.
um, man, I mean, who doesn't want more Spider-Man? Tom Holland's fucking awesome. The rest of the Spider-Mans were awesome, but come on, this movie's been awesome. Apparently, he's signed up for three more, which is great. They'll eventually do a transition to him to Miles Morales and everything, and I think if they do that in the future, that'd be amazing. I can only imagine what they're gonna do for Spider-Man 4. I can't wait. They're gonna, I think there's loads of rumors going around now. We'll wait and see, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Spider-Man 4 is happening, guys, and I think it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait.
That'd be super cool. Definitely super
Super,
cool.
super cool. All right. Deadpool Wolverine gets its Disney Plus release date, November 12th. So, guys, it's coming out Disney Plus. I thought it came out digital not too long ago, but officially coming out on Disney Plus. is November 12th. So guys, if you haven't seen it, where the hell you been? But make sure you watch it. I mean, the film made like $1.3 billion or something. It smashed it. Such a fun movie. Can't go wrong with it. Where it takes the MCU universe, maybe not much with the MCU universe, but it definitely takes a different story arc within the multiverse of MCU and the Marvel universe, the Fox universe. But just absolutely hilarious. My guys, Disney Plus, November 12th, Deadpool Wolverine. Do check that out.
Exactly. Check that out.
On that news, though, there's been a lot of stuff going around about, the lady who played She-Hulk, Tatiana,
Yes. Yeah.
like she's suing Disney and whatnot. So I've been reading stuff. So apparently she was so she was supposed to cameo in that movie, right? So
Okay.
she recently was speaking on a podcast called Comedy Bang Bang, right? So it's a podcast, and she was on it, and she was saying, I was in Deadpool and Wolverine and I had two scenes in it. And then Ryan Reynolds fired me from the show because I said because he doesn't like the scenes. Because he said he don't like the scenes. So obviously it didn't work out, whatever. And then she
Okay.
makes a remark saying now she's now suing Disney. So I don't know what's happening with that. I
Is that
mean,
even true? Because I think I shared that with you guys, didn't I?
I think so. So I don't know if she
Yeah.
is suing them or whatnot. What's the thing? I mean, if she got fired from it, why sue Disney? I don't know the backgrounds of that. But she also pointed out, she said that I always talked about how much I hate Deadpool and Wolverine and Deadpool. And she also said, I also wish I just sit down and stop pushing my feminist agenda and just realize that Deadpool and Wolverine made a lot of money and She-Hulk only made $3. So I think she also said something about, Tatiana also told the host that that's why they were getting rid of me because I had this woke agenda. So I think like she tried to approach things with a woke agenda. Like that woke shit, I'm sorry, man. I feel like it's gonna die off because nobody wants to hear that shit no more. And then you know what the fact of the matter is? When you put woke shit in there and it doesn't work, it flops. When you just
Hmm.
give us normal stories, be it woke or diverse inclusion or not, if you make it amazing, it's going to be successful, as Deadpool Wolverine
Exactly.
was, right?
Exactly.
So I think she kind of maybe realized that. I don't know what legal cases she's taken with Disney. That stuff I don't know, but it's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Listen, if your scenes weren't good and you got fired, then fucking, I don't know, deal with it. She-Hulk was bad. At the end of the day, it was bad. I'm sorry. It was so bad, it even made Hulk bad. I'm sorry, but Hulk looked shit. Not look shit, but he was shit in that, man. My guy whipped up a car and used it as gauntlets to fight Abomination. And in this, he gets in the Hulk, She-Hulk thing, he gets hit by a car and gets smashed. I don't know. It didn't make no sense. Anyway, they turned Hulk into a pussy. Anyway, little story about that. Anyway. Other Marvel news. Okay, cool. Guys, we have to go through this, man, because this was awesome. This was awesome. Marvel schedule. The Marvel schedule that came out. What is this, real quick? Real quick. All right. Let's go through Marvel's 2025 schedule because they just released a trailer for their TV schedule. And I have to say,
Yes.
bro, I look forward to this TV schedule. Look, the TV schedule has been, the movies, the one Agatha, not for me, right? Not been so
Yeah.
great. But this lineup actually looks great. So I'm looking forward to it. So let's go through all the lineup. So first they just finished Agatha All Along. Yeah, whatever. You got What If season 3 coming out December 22nd. So that's going to be
Looking
awesome.
forward to that.
Can't go wrong with that show. That show's freaking amazing, especially animation and whatnot. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, January 29th, 2025. I think it's going to be like a prequel of the Spider-Man that we have in the MCU now. I can't wait for that, right? The animation is going
That's
to be
gonna
a
be
different
awesome,
style of
bro. That's gonna be
animation.
super sick.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that at all. Then in February 14th, we have Captain America: Brave New World in
Hmm.
the cinema world. So looking forward to that. We'll see how that does. The one I'm looking forward to the most, and I cannot wait, Daredevil Born Again, March 4th, 2025. When I saw Punisher in that trailer, I screamed like a little girl. I'm sorry, he's my guy. I cannot wait for this show. And of course, Charlie Cox is amazing. And D'Onofrio, who plays
Michael D'Onofrio,
Michael
yeah.
D'Onofrio plays Kingpin, the best.
Yes.
Best casting ever, this Daredevil thing. So I can't wait. Can't wait for this is my favorite. I can't wait for that. Disney Plus. That's gonna be Disney Plus. Then Thunderbolts, May 2nd. Trailer looks cool. We'll wait and see. Can't wait to see Bucky
Yep.
and the rest of the team back. Then you got Ironheart, June 24th. Now, she did not make, for me personally, she did not make a memorable impact on me after Black Panther. Personally,
Mm.
I didn't really give a shit what happened to this character. Now, I saw this
Mm.
trailer like little short trailer. I was like, oh, that don't look too bad. So
Mm.
we'll wait and see. Like, let's see what they do. This show's gonna be about her. Let's see what they do. Let's see if they make it relatability. Let's see what they do. But the trailer, from what I saw, I was like, oh, that looks okay.
It
So
looks decent, really good.
yeah, we'll wait and see. So Disney, that one comes out June 24th, Disney Plus. Then you got the Fantastic Four, First Steps, July 25th. I can't wait to see what they do with this. Galactus, maybe Silver Surfer. Looking forward
Oh,
to that one.
very good, very good, very good,
Then
very
you
good.
got Eyes of Wakanda, August 6th, sorry, 2025. Animation. Honestly, I just feel with animations, you can't. I can't say this by for sure. I mean, you can't go wrong. Like they do so great with the animation style. The Spider-Man, What If, and this, they have three different animation styles just by looking at the trailers and the pictures.
Exactly, yeah.
Gives it its own unique touch. And I just feel like with Ryan Coogler behind this as well, I feel like the story, the culture, the story of Black Panther is going to be there. You know what I mean? I think it's going
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, of course,
Looking
of
forward to it,
course.
but we'll wait and see. I don't want to get too excited. We'll wait and see. Then you got Marvel Zombies, October 2025 on Disney Plus. That should be fun.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll see a lot of heroes and villains as zombies. I hope you're getting
yeah,
more characters involved now. Deadpool and Wolverine and
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
um, the Punisher and Daredevil, they're all in there now. Can you please bring them in the animations, please? That would be awesome. I would love to see that. And then you got Wonder Man, December 2025. That's
Mm-hmm.
what finishes off the year. I'm not going to go into 2026, which it brings back Ben Kingsley as, what's his name?
Steve.
Steve, which
Yeah.
looks jokes. This looks like a fun little sitcom show. I don't know. Like Abdul, what's his name?
Is that Abdul Yana?
Yes, Yahya Abdul Mateen II. He's
Yeah.
great. He looks awesome. The show looks very lively. It doesn't look like it's too much.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to that. So that's Disney's Marvel's lineup for next year. Well, I'm actually excited for a while because it's like a decent lineup, man. So
Yeah.
should be a fun one. It's a lot. I remember we spoke about too much might be too much. So we'll wait and see. Because the moment you start getting disappointed with shit, you're gonna start saying, you gave us too much. But now they're giving us so much, I'm excited again. So we'll wait and see.
No, definitely, definitely.
All
Looking
right,
forward to
going
that.
on to some quick DC news. I know you got to shoot soon, so we can finish off with the news. So DC news, just real quick about the Penguin. We spoke about it earlier. We spoke about what's his name, Falcone and John Turturro, who didn't
Yes.
come back for it. There's a reason why he didn't come back. Apparently, the role had a lot of violence towards women, and he just said, "I'm just not on that in this part of my life." And I think he's going for a lot of stuff as well.
Ah,
Especially, I'm reading this of Variety, and the title basically says John Turturro on channeling grief for Pedro Almodovar's The Room Next Door and turning down the Penguin because. So I think there's a lot of stuff that he's going through in life, and because this role was attached to violence towards women, he was just like, look, in this time of my life, I'm not about that. I don't want to be around that. So that's why he turned it down. I say it's a valid excuse, man. Wherever you are
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
point
of
of
course,
life,
bro. Of course.
be it a role, acting, whatever, it's like you're acting. You're kind of doing it it's fake, but you're kind of doing it. And he's just like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not in this time of my life. So respect to him for standing up for that.
Definitely, bro, definitely. Like he was the heart of the Batman movie as well. Like I really loved what he did. But listen, man, there are some things you're gonna be against and not gonna be able to kind of channel and put through. So praises to him for him to be able to do that as well. So listen, shout out to John. He's one of my favorites, man.
He
Don't
is.
mess with the Jesus. That's the guy, bro. That's my guy, man. Big Lebowski.
He's
Don't mess with the Jesus. He's the best, bro.
He's the
He's the
best.
best.
I love that dude, man. So respect to him. All right, finishing off with some other Hollywood news and movie news and stuff like that. So Christopher Nolan's new
Phantom. He
project.
was Phantom, right?
Oh yeah, Phantom
Sorry.
in the Zohan.
Sorry, go on, continue, bro.
Absolutely hilarious. Love that dude. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's got a new secret project coming out. Matt Damon's already on the call sheet, and Tom Holland is set to star in it as well. So Christopher
Boom.
Nolan, like we say, anything he does is like a spectacle, and we're
Yeah.
looking forward to what he does with this. So Nolan wrote the script and is directing the project, which Universal Pictures will distribute. The studios has set a release date of July 17th, 2026. So we'll see. Plot details have been kept under wraps. So it's a secret right now. We'll see what happens.
All right, cool.
Um, They say it's under wraps, setting is not present, although it's unclear whether it's set in the past or future. Listen, Nolan loves time travel. He loves all that sort of stuff. We'll see what he does. And you got Tom Holland, you got Matt Damon. I'm pretty sure it'll be awesome. So that's a secret project to look forward to for Christopher Nolan. John Wick anime. Oh, this is going to be good. And it's going to be a prequel of John Wick, which would be awesome.
I'm
Finally,
looking forward to that.
a bit of a
Definitely looking forward.
backstory of Baba Yaga. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to talk about his rise of being an assassin. I think it's going to be more about how he gave it all up for the woman that he loves. I believe it's something to do with that. So it says here, I'm reading a screen rant. And it says here, best action movie franchise, confirmed that Hollywood Report, the John Wick anime has confirmed its placement on the timeline, depicting the impossible task that sets up the John Wick for his 5 years retirement before the film's event. Okay, so that 5 years before the first film's event. Such an ambition sets up the Tarraso mob's power. But the question has always lingered on fans' minds, just the scope of such an undertaking of a hitman like John Wick. So this should be awesome. I think it's going to be like a gangster series, and then also his Baba Yaga essence in the background, which should be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm glad they're doing an anime style. That's awesome. Like there's something to do with Japanese anime, the way they do it. And you know the writer, what's his name? Who's the dude, man? The director.
Director.
Chad
Sadinsky.
He loves. I know he's like well into like anime. He loves into the Japanese samurai culture. He loves Ghost of Tsushima. Like I think he was like, I want it to be an anime. So I think that's gonna be
I wouldn't be
awesome.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's going to be awesome. On the John Wick story, I didn't know this, but this one kept popping up. Eva Longoria talks about the investment she's earned through John Wick. So she actually invested $6 million into the first John Wick movie, which helped it to help finance
that's right.
the movie, man. And to this day, she one, I would say in a way she's kind of helped that franchise launch, and two, she's making a big investment on it. So great investment for her. Shout out to Eva Longoria for
Definitely.
putting the movie, man.
Putting the monies in, man. Putting the monies in.
Good for her. Good investment. She ain't crying about that, man.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. All right. Wayans Brothers reunite for a new scary movie with Miramax and Paramount. Bro, the original scary movies 1 and 2, you have to admit they were freaking hilarious, bro.
They were the best, bro.
They were the best ones because the Wayans brothers were involved. Now, Marlon Wayans was on a podcast. I forgot his name. Shay, yeah. And he was talking about how, the studios and whatnot, he's talking about how Hollywood basically stole this franchise from them and all this sort of stuff, right? So I believe maybe off that podcast, something happened and now they got the rights back or something. They, Hollywood's trying to fix things and whatnot. So
good.
You know what? I have to say, God bless the platform of podcasts because people can get an opportunity to go up there, speak their truth, and possibly make certain rights wrong or expose certain wrongs which need to be
100%.
so good for them. And listen, I will support this movie. These guys are comedy geniuses, man. I mean, bro, I think even what's his name? Jim Carrey praises Keenan Ivory Wayans of Jim Carrey's career success. These guys are comedy geniuses. Scary Movies was 1 and 2 was absolutely hilarious. So I'll definitely want to watch this, man, which is awesome.
I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
Yeah, no. What makes me laugh was like Atya's been recently teaching Isla, jumping on the phone and saying, "What's up?" And I remember Scary Movie, we done a little spoof about that, and it just kind of reminds me of that. But awesome comedy. Can't wait for that. The Wayans Brothers are coming back soon. Cool. With this one, Alien Romulus sequel. They're doing a sequel. The franchise won't repeat a Ridley Scott and David Fincher mistake, which is what they're saying. So Alien Romulus, we done a review, guys. Do check that out on our channel. We done an in-depth review, which is we believe is a great movie from our perspective. Sequel is being discussed at 20th Century Fox and Disney, or not Fox, but 20th Century and Disney. And early updates on the involvement of Rain and Andy alleviates a major concern for Ridley Scott's prequel. The 2024 Alien movie introduces audience to new great characters with Siley Spaney, Rain, and David Johnson. Johnson's Andy. The sibling dynamic between them made the heart of Fede Alvarez's movie, which I agree that was a good dynamic between those two, great relationship. And Alien Romulus ending, leaving their future up in the air, like most movies in the franchise. The main character survived the beginning of the journey to the new location. Listen, man, Alien Romulus was awesome. For them to, this was successful. For them to make a part two, a sequel, we'll wait and see. Yeah, I don't know. We can't say it's going to be amazing because this is what happens, right? You make a great movie and then, you bring back a classic movie from the 80s or from the 70s even, I think. And then you finally make a great remake or whatnot, or a part two, or whatever you want to call it. And then you want to make another one. I don't know. We'll wait and see, I guess, man. But you shouldn't always, sometimes you got to let successes just be success, right? And
Yeah,
not
yeah, of
capitalize it.
course,
But
of course.
sometimes, listen, studios got to make money. It's a business. So they do got to do what they do.
Cash grabs, bro. Cash grabs, cash grabs, cash grabs.
Let's hope it's done right. Let's hope it's done right. On
Exactly.
that, Alien Romulus is going to get a VHS release. All these jokes about you saying, I'm
I
going to
love
watch it on
that.
VHS, they're
I
bringing
love
it
that.
back. And it's a tribute to the original. I mean, Alien Romulus is going to get an old school, it's going old school with limited edition VHS release. And apparently it's like $60 for the VHS, which is crazy.
Bloody hell.
Director Fede Alvarez who produced Alien, and Prometheus and Alien Covenant directors Ridley Scott. Am I reading that again? Sorry.
I would
Uh,
definitely buy that, but not $60. I'll wait for the price to go down and grab that.
Well, I mean, Alien Romulus made 105 million domestically and 244 million internationally. So worldwide, 350 million against an $80 million production budget. They smashed it. I mean, obviously, when you make a
Bro, that's
movie
very
that
good. Very good.
triples in the thing is amazing. So, I mean, look, it's just like a homage to. I want to see why they done it on VHS, which is interesting. VHS edition of Alien will be full screen version of the film with a 4:3 aspect ratio, much like the pan and scan version of the movies and videotapes released in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I mean, listen, you're just taking it old school, just taking it back to that movie, which is awesome.
That's wicked. That's wicked.
Finishing up. They are scheduled to do a Jumanji 3, which is scheduled to come out in cinemas in December 2026. Looks like maybe
Okay.
the original cast is coming back. Kevin Hart, The Rock, Jack Black, and what's her name? Jake, what the hell's her name? Gillian.
Yes, that's
We'll
right.
see. Those are fun, easy movies. Nothing ever beats the Robin Williams one. I'm sorry. These are fun and comedy and enjoyable. But the Robin Williams one had some heart to it, man. And
Oh
that
yeah, definitely.
you can't take that
Definitely.
away. But there you go.
Definitely.
Jumanji 3 coming to us. Um, Okay, there's another Planet of the Apes movie swinging our way. So the Planet of the Apes movie, and of course we knew this Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I think made up to over like 400 million. So a great success from that movie. So according
Yeah, yeah,
to
definitely.
20th Century Studios, Planet of the movie is in the works for 2027. Details about the project is sacred right now. However, it's fair to assume that the sequel. Yeah, so look, New Planet of the Apes movie. I think they do these movies pretty well, man, because there's a very deep connection between humans and apes and a new civilization of these apes. Differences between them which relate to human aspects, how
Yeah.
humans want the world and do what they have to do to try and take over the world from the apes. The cruelty of like ruling, and I think it's what it is, man. Territorially ruling. But no matter what, if you're an ape, if you're a human, end of the day, when it's territory and all that sort of stuff, this ugly side comes out of us. And there's an element to that, which is
Oh yeah, 100%, bro.
these
100%.
movies, the Planet of the Apes movies, I have to say, man, they've been not bad. I can't remember the last one that was completely like shit. They were just always pretty good, you know?
Well,
Uh,
these recent ones, yeah, definitely. If you go back and watch the old ones from like the 60s and 70s, like the Charlton Heston one, the first one's amazing, and then you got a couple that's really good, and then it goes all crazy, bro.
Mark
It goes
Wahlberg was
proper
in
crazy.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you got
Awesome.
the Tim Burton one that came out, which is still an all right movie, I think. I think you know what? I'm gonna watch that again. That was a good film. I was entertained, bro. I was entertained. It's not a bad film. I was entertained. A
Yeah.
movie cannot be bad if it's not if it's not entertaining or evoking an emotion, then it hasn't done its job. So I would say that movie was entertaining. So yeah, I'll watch it again. I got love for that movie. Tim Burton did good on that one. All right.
Shout out. All right,
Yeah.
finishing off real quick. another comedy classic coming back. Martin Lawrence is developing and in development of Blue Street 2, bro.
What?
Remember that one? Remember Dave Chappelle? We died, bro, with that Dave Chappelle scene. Great comedy movie. I'll never forget we all watched that together on a Friday night with the boys over, and that
Yeah,
movie just killed us. I mean, I think because of the success of Bad Boys 4 or 5 or whichever one just came out, he's looking
it
to
was four.
do
Yeah, it was four. Yeah,
Blue Street 2. Man, please bring back Dave Chappelle. I don't know how you're gonna do it now. Dave Chappelle's a lot more older and what you call it. But it is saying Martin was set to develop Blue Street 1999 that came out, which had a
that was
heel.
a wicked film. I love that film to this day.
Yeah,
It's so
awesome.
funny.
Hopefully, he brings back Chappelle and all the characters in it, man, because this is going to be awesome, man. Reports that Blue Street sequel is early in development, though Lawrence Production Films company one tell that. Okay, cool. So, guys, looking forward to that. That's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. So we'll wait and see, man.
I'm sure it
Um,
will be. I'm sure it will be.
they are doing an American Psycho prequel. No, no, no. Sorry, a remake. No, no,
Remake.
no.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a
remake.
remake. Who should? I read that it's not going to be a remake. So I don't know if it's a prequel or whatnot. But basically, they're doing a new American Psycho. I mean, Christian Bale, does an amazing job. I think it came out in 2002, in 2000, the year 2000.
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman, which was the Wall Street American Psycho, basically great movie. So they're looking to do a number two. After 2 decades, Bateman remains relevant as a pop culture figure for his Sigma face that's been memed thousands of times over unforgettable one-liners. Yep, which is true. So it's definitely been used as a meme.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't really see any updates on it, but basically they're making another American Psycho movie. It obviously won't
All
be
right.
Christian Bale, but let's see who they do it with, which would be awesome. We spoke quickly about Predator. So they're doing Predator Badlands, which is coming out next year, which took Blade's spot on the
Well,
calendar.
yeah.
So
Okay.
let's see what they do with this. I think it's the same director as the
Pray.
last one, Prey, which was awesome. That got great
Yeah.
reviews. Dan Chechberg, forgive me, I can't pronounce your name, but hopefully they do good, man. That Predator movie was good. Hopefully they do another great one with Badlands. I'm not sure what to expect on this one. But we shall wait and see. On that, they are doing a Predator animation, which is a
Okay.
Predator secret animation movie that they're going to bring out, which is beforehand. So Predator movies confirmed Predator while talking about the anticipated Badlands. Hollywood Reporter 20th Century Fox Studios president revealed that the secret Predator movie has been made, and I believe it's supposed to be an animation. So let's see what that is going to be about, because that might be
All right.
interesting,
Wow.
especially as an animation. I think that might be pretty damn decent. Um,
But I don't think I've seen. I've seen comic book. I don't think I've seen animation been done
yeah,
before. So that'd be interesting to see where they go with that. It's super different. Super different. Definitely.
yeah. Right now, we're saying things are a bit unclear where it fits in the timeline and whatnot. But you know what? Same like what we was talking about Alien Romulus. Then you done this Alien versus Predator and a whole lot of other stuff in movies. They've done the same thing with Predator. Now they bring it back with Prey. Let's keep that momentum. You know what I mean? Let's keep that momentum, hopefully. And then the last thing, the last news that I have today is the Harvey Awards inducts 5 comic creators to the Hall of Fame. So just a quick bit of background of the Harvey annual awards. I had it here. Um, International books. In addition, sorry, I had it here a second ago. Harvey Awards. The Harvey
Mm.
Awards began in 1988 and are named after Harvey Kurtzman, the cartoonist who created and founder of Mad Magazine. So
Hmm.
there's 5 inductees who are in this. So you got Arthur Adams, an artist
Yeah.
perhaps best known for his X-Men illustrations. The
Yep.
writer and artist Sergio Aragonés, who did
Yes.
extensive work for Mad Magazine, and Laura Harmey, who was a writer of G.I. Joe's stories since 1982. This one's a big one. Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball. That's
Yep.
how I found this story because of him. So shout outs to him. He passed away. Rest in peace to him.
Yes, that's
But he's
right.
going to be inducted, which is great. And then John Bushima, I hope
Okay.
I'm saying it right. A Marvel artist who drew Silver Surfer and helped establish a house style are all being honored. So yeah, just
Cool.
finish off with some good news with those nominees, man. Shout out to
That's
all of
amazing.
those amazing artists who are getting
Yeah, definitely,
inducted.
man. Some great artists there. Definitely some great artists there.
Cool, guys. A freaking ram-packed show. A lot of news, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, loads
Um,
of stuff. So we'll
give
break it
a
down. We've got the we did watch Venom: The Last Dance, so we'll break that down on our review. I mean, just quick for yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
And then what was the other review we're gonna do?
Transformers 1. There's more to say about that one than Venom, I
There you
guess.
go. Transformers One was wow. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's it, bro.
Take us out,
Should
bro.
I take you out? All right, guys. As always, thank you so much for the support on the chat, support on the channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and seeing the numbers recently has kind of given me a bit more. We've always done it, but it always gives you that extra push. Like you're saying, all right, people are watching and people are engaging, and you guys are engaging, whether it's on YouTube or on the social media platforms. So make sure you follow us on TikTok, X, and Instagram, guys, where we put up our daily updates and our clips as well. Also, here we have a community page, so we'll put up polls and images of what we're up to as well. So make sure you keep in touch with that. There is almost 65% of you guys that are not subscribe. So come on, guys, show us that love. Click on that subscribe. Click on the bell. We give out daily content, so get notified when that happens. And I am going to put up new links of where to donate for the people of Lebanon and Palestine, Congo, Yemen, Sudan, on here as soon as possible. As soon as I find out some new websites to get up on there on social media. But as always, thank you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Catch us because I've got two screenings next week. I've got Gladiator 2 on Monday, and then I've got Red One, the Rock and Chris Evans movie, and Lucy Liu and J.K. Simmons on Tuesday. So we'll have reviews coming out during the week with that as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
as always, guys, massive thank you. And G-Man, look after yourself, bro.
All right,
We'll
bro. We'll
catch
catch
up.
up soon. All right, people. We
All right,
out.
peace.
Peace.
Take
Peace.
care.